Okay, so we're back now to carry on with our lovely Mitred Square blanket. In the last tutorial we knit that very first square. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to knit the squares going vertically. So you'll only have to do this, once at the start of every row. So what we need to do to knit this square above is, first of all, we need to cast on stitches and then pick up stitches. So I'll grab my yarn. I've just got some Cascade 220 superwash here, so I've got oodles of this. And this is nice and clear, just to show you for demonstration. So like I said, the first thing we need to do is cast on. The cast on that I used for the first square, if you remember, was the long tail, and that's what I use to cast on the first half of the stitches going vertically. So we need to cast on 16 stitches. We always pick up 15 along the squares, so we need to cast on 16 to get to the 31. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Just double check we've got 16, 2, 4, 6. Yep, so we've got 16 there. So now what we do is we're going to pick up 15 along this top edge. The way that I pick up, if you kind of pull apart your work, you'll see in between the garter ridges, you'll see there is actually another row in between there. And I pick up in between the garter ridges, and we pick up 15. So the very first stitch, if I'm ever sort of unsure of where to pick up that first stitch, I count backwards. So I know that this one here, where I've already got the pink yarn going in there, that's going to be my 15th stitch. So I just count backwards. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it goes in here after the first garter ridge, effectively. And I'll show you this as clearly as I can, but if you pull apart your two garter ridges, you'll see in there a line of V's. And I go under that first set of V's. I'll show you again. So we go under that first set of V's, wrap the yarn quite tightly, especially on that first stitch, so that we don't really cause any gaps, and pull it through. So you can see it a bit more clearly now. Can you see in here, you see the blue V? We go underneath that first set of V's, so it's two legs. And again there, can you see here, it's sort of a creamy colour here, and we go underneath that V there. So we just go along picking up these stitches. So that was 3. Don't worry if you lose count, because you can just always double check at the end. But I've counted backwards, so I know that I'm going to be right. So we just work along. I kind of do take my time a little bit on this to make sure I get both legs of those V's, because then you're going to get a nice even pickup, and it's not going to be kind of wibbly looking. That'll be 14, and then the very last one, you go into the space that's already been picked up previously. So if you look here, you can see that we've already used this gap effectively when we picked up the stitches down here, but we use the same gap again for our 15th. So let's just double check again. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 31. Okay, so that's all our stitches picked up. And now all we do is, effectively, it's exactly the same as we've already done. We've got all our 31 stitches on the needle now, so we'll turn our work and you just, this is the reverse side. We always just do a plain knit, as we said before, plain knit on the reverse side, turn again, and then you just start your decreases as we did before. So we do a plain knit, decrease row, plain knit, decrease row, exactly the same as we did before. So we would start, maybe I'll just quickly knit across and then I can show you. Okay, so I've just knit across that row. Just give your little end a little pull and it'll tighten up that stitch there. So like I said, we're now on the right side, so we will just start with our square as we've done for the other one. So we would knit 14, slip 1, knit 2 together, pass slip stitch over, knit 14, turn your work, knit back, and then on the next one it's knit 13, etc. So exactly the same as we did our first square. And like I say, you will only do that type of square when you're going vertically up your blanket on that right hand edge. So that's how to do that one. So the next tutorial we will show you how to do the ones running horizontally this way. So I will see you then.